We got you.
Let's go.
Let's go, guys.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, now.
Everybody go, everybody go, everybody go, everybody go, everybody go, everybody go, everybody go up and down. Everybody go, everybody go, everybody go, everybody go, everybody go, everybody go, everybody go up and down. Everybody
Do some easy.
everybody go, everybody go.
Taka, 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 taka,
I love you crazy. I love you.
The President of Nambia, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey. I feel like the Cardi B of this country sometimes. I just don't swear as much.
What? Oh no, man!
Hashtag the weekend, hashtag breakfast.
Ziamo.
Metro FM, it's always where you're at. If you're not here, chances are you're dead. May you rest in peace.
Or in New York.
Or in New York. Wrapping up famous Fresh Fridays, Pearl Thusi's in the building. How is business, Pearl Thusi? You have a whole range of hair products?
Yes, I do. I have 5 hair products that
Yes.
are sold at Game, Pick and Pay and Clicks right now. That might change. I'm having meetings later on today to discuss how that's going to go. But thank you so much to everybody who supported Black Pearl Hair. It's been so great. We're going to be celebrating our 2nd year in business towards the end of this year. So I'm very excited.
Embrace
What
it.
has been the biggest frustration going into this business?
Hair business is that all the companies that offered me lots and lots of money to relax my hair, all of a sudden pretending to care about natural hair. So it's really interesting how they follow the trends, and we were doing this when there was only 1 or 2 other natural hair products in the market.
Yeah.
So it's just really interesting to be competing with the people who try to change me in the first place.
Why did you refuse to change?
Because my hair, I feel like my hair is like a Samson situation. I feel like all my power's in my hair. I can't explain it. I really, really can't explain it.
And whenever people give you flack for wearing a wig, what goes through your mind?
I don't care. They just mustn't accuse me of wearing a weave. Because now of the song, but I wear wigs. So people don't know the difference between wigs and weaves, clearly.
Yeah.
But I don't care. I need to experiment. And sometimes wearing wigs is the way that I protect my hair.
Yeah.
So that I don't color it or use lots of heat on it, etc. It's my own way of protecting my hair. And I can't expect people who don't do research and don't know what they're talking about to understand.
And when it comes to this hair revolution that I feel like as black women we're on, where you're saying for the longest time chemical treated hair was like the in thing, and now wearing your hair natural is more socially acceptable. Do you feel like it's a phase, or are we finally as black women getting it?
I think it's really more than just a phase and a trend and something exciting. I think it's a psychological change for black women.
Yeah.
You know, it's basically like we are re-indoctrinating ourselves. We are removing the brainwashing that we've had to go through. You know, we don't work in fields anymore where to know whether you are the N-word who works in the house, so you must have straight hair, or the N-word who works outside in the cotton field, so nobody really cares about how you look. That's where black people wearing straight hair comes from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's cool. If it looks cute, that's okay. But don't let it make you psychologically think that you are less than anyone who is lighter than you, or who has straighter hair than you, or who speaks better English than you. And you who is lighter or has straighter hair or speaks better English, you are not any better than the African who is not speaking English that you have deemed, that you have deemed is good enough. Can you speak the language that person speaks as well as they speak it? Have you tried to learn it? So I'm very like pro-African, like I'm about that.
Wow, you are really smarter than you look.
Oh my gosh!
Look, guys, I'm going to end the show without playing Pearl Thusi, but
I wanted to just say quickly, the Cape Town Film Festival is happening. I'm going to be there for 5 days. So, Mizi, I don't know if I can invite you.
Yes,
Are you going to
please.
be in Cape Town to watch some
When?
films? It's not this week, next week.
It's just a flight away.
It's just a flight, no?
Tell us about your relationship with DJs and things.
Oh, wow. I don't know if we've publicly said this. I think I can say it now because some people are now assuming that we're like dating or whatever.
Maybe not your love.
We're living together. So Zinhla's busy completing her house.
Yeah.
And I like to do things for people that I can only hope they would do for me in the same situation. So I like doing that. So she's finishing off her house. And while I was in the States, she was like, yeah, I'm going to look for a new place to stay. I said, my house is empty. Why don't you just go stay there until you feel like you want to find another place? And, you can contribute whatever. And then she said, cool. So we've been living together and we've grown even closer over the last few months. And especially since I got back, she came to visit me while I was in the States. And I think we go through a lot of things. And she's a calmer version of me. She's a lot more withdrawn. So we both handle conflict and things very differently. Yet at the same time, we really get each other. So we're able to help each other and advise each other in a very healthy and balanced manner.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And the vibe that people are like, the only thing that brought you guys together is your mutual dislike of a certain human being?
I mean, before anything ever happened, I was supporting Zinhla's Fuse Academy. She has a Fuse Academy. I wanted to start giving back, so I did a competition. I created Black Halo, which is my NPO that just got registered. I'm about to do the good Lord's work. Thank you, Jesus.
Well done.
And then I said, okay, how much is it going to cost for me to put a few girls through your school? She gave me the cost. I paid her, put the girls through school. And before anything was ever that rough, we used to communicate, but she was always very withdrawn. I think it was only, not because of one particular human, but I think it was only when she was out of a relationship that she became more receptive to hanging out with other people.
As one does.
As one does.
Yeah.
So for me, she was just always like mind my own business type of person. I'm out there, which is why I think it makes our thing work as well.
Your relationship with Robert?
It's okay. It's cool.
You're cordial.
Yes.
At some stage there was a ring and then there wasn't.
Yeah.
What were the learnings from that relationship for you?
Oh, that you must just take the lessons in life. You meet people and it's like taking a bus. Sometimes you've got to get off the stop and the person has to carry on with their way. You know what I mean?
When do you know that you're getting out at the right time if you're getting out of a relationship? For instance, is it something you look back on and you say, I stayed too long or I gave up too soon?
No, as soon as for me things don't feel organic.
Yeah.
Even if the fights are not organic, the love is not organic. When things don't feel right anymore, I feel like life is too short. And just because we've committed to each other, it doesn't mean we've committed to everyone. And when our commitment to each other feels like it's reached its date, we should celebrate what we had and be happy with what we had and take the lessons we need to learn and move on.
Did Hollywood in any way hurt your relationship?
No, I feel like the problems a relationship can have when people are apart maybe are magnified when you're further apart because you can't hug it out or whatever that quickly.
Angry sex and then you're happy again.
All of that. And and I think it can magnify the problems, but it doesn't get rid of them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Last question. Now, you've had quite a career. There were stages where you couldn't afford to get wipes for your little girl. Where you're doing a TV show, but you're breastfeeding in between. You've dealt with a lot of loss, aunts, parents, and so on and so forth. What's kept you going? The people who crumble at half of what you've been through, at half of the loss that you've dealt with.
There was someone I dated once, and he asked me, he was like, I would be a terrible person if I'd been through everything you've been through. And he says, how do you do it? And I said, it's God. I said, I can't explain it to you. And that's the only way I know that it's beyond me. I try not to be preachy because sometimes it looks, But I am very proud of what God has done for me. And
Don't cry again.
What do you think, having listened to the last 3 hours, what's Mama looking down on you thinking right
I think she's just like Jesus. Don't forget Mama Baby, okay? I think she reminds him.
Yeah.
I think she's proud. Like there are people who say they feel energies, etc. They'll always come to me and say, "I feel your mother," you know. So I think she's strong where she is. Kaylee always says, she says to her mom, "Please don't die if you're not going to be like Paul's mom, because you'll be useless to me."
I need a good answer. I need an answer for that works.
Kelly was like, if you're not going to be like Paul's mom, don't even bother. Just stay here and be useless here. So, I mean, I'm sure her mother's not like that. But I think my mom is very proud. I think that she wants more for my sisters and I.
Sure.
We haven't...
There's probably more to come.
I can only pray.
Yeah. Pearl, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I've watched you come up. I've watched you become the woman that you are. And you inspire me to this day. And thanks for inspiring so many other women, so many men, so many people going through stuff that look at your life and think, I'll be fine. She's fine. So well done. And thanks for inspiring us.
It's an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure. Thank you so much, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pearl Thusi is one of the people.
What's your problem?
You are shit, girl.
I'm trying to be like you.
Where?
Can I end all these things now? Oh, there's a Voove situation. You guys just saw me get emotional. I'm supposed to be cool on Voove. Don't tell anyone this happened. Bye, guys.
But it's you. And I didn't know, but now I know.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And great for my daughter, especially.
Nice to meet you, baby girl. Take care of yourself, okay?
We're hoping to get another photo, I think, next. We can get a photo next door on Fresh?
Yes, sir. We'll arrange it. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of